everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings. Welcome to my video today, you guys. I first just want to tell you guys I'm really sorry if it's a little loud. The kids are home. I had a really awful dentist appointment this morning, and so I'm kind of filming a little bit later in the day. So sorry about that, but let's dive in. I have a little Easter project I want to share with you guys. I'm going to be using this stamp set, and then we're going to be using some Project Life cards. Today's Tuesday, and I typically share Project Life by Stampin' Up! With you guys today, and I thought I would show you how you can use these cards for something other than Project Life, because we get all these cards, right? I have a ton of these cards. I've gotten 3 full card kits with this card kit that's in the Occasions catalog. This is Memories in the Making, and it's a beautiful kit, has all these beautiful cards, and I've purchased 3 of the card kits because I've done so many different things with them, but I know I'm going to end up with cards left over, so I thought now would be a really nice time as I'm getting ready to do Easter projects and get things made to go ahead and use those cards because they're great colors. So I have 2 cards here that we're going to use that I pulled out, and I have some other supplies. One of the colors that coordinate with this kit is the Watermelon Wonder, which is an in color. It's this color right here. It's this beautiful coral type pinkish color. I love it. It's called Watermelon Wonder, and that coordinates. So let me show you some of the other things I have here. I have some of the ribbon. This is in the annual catalog, and it's this laced ribbon. It's going to work perfect. And then I have this stamp set. This is a single stamp set that you can get. Now I've cut Happy Easter off of this. I always like to do that with these stamps that have a sentiment with them. I always cut the sentiment off because I like to be able to use it. You know, I can use this Happy Easter aside from using it with the image, or I can use the image alone, okay? So then I just have one of these tea lace doilies, and they're in the annual catalog as well. These are a really inexpensive item. They're like $2.99, I believe. I will correct myself if I'm wrong here on camera. I'll put in a price or something if I'm wrong, but they're really inexpensive, and you get quite a bit of them. I know that I've thrown several of these on my last few orders because they may be retiring. We're getting ready to have the retiring list coming out soon, and we've had these for a couple years. So I've been grabbing these because they're great. So I'm going to use those. And then I've used my Project Life framelits because these were out on my desk. I did a lot of Project Life stuff over the weekend. I'm going to be talking about that on Friday. But this is one of the little dies right here, and it makes this image. And so I've gone ahead and I've cut that out. And then I also have my circle framelits we're going to be using. So these right here, let me zoom in and we're going to get to stamping. These cute little guys right here, I got at Michael's this morning after my dentist appointment. I stopped by the Michael's, and they're glass, which is really the only reason I grabbed them, because you always see things like this, but then they're plastic, and I don't like getting things that are plastic, and I thought these were great. They were on the little spots when you're checking out, and so they're like the dollar spots or something like that, and I picked it up and I was like, oh my word, those are glass. I have to have them. So I picked up 4 of them because I thought they would be cute for gifts. The other thing that I love about this, they have this little packaging on the top, but then you guys, watch this. Have you guys seen that popular video from that chick? She says, watch me. Well, watch me right now. Look at this. Look how easy that came up and no residue or anything. How amazing is that? I hate buying containers and then you take off all the labels and everything, and then there's all this residue. So what I thought would be super fun is I went ahead and I grabbed some Easter candy, and the only thing about these that I realized is the opening for this is not all that large. It is pretty small. So these little M&Ms fit pretty good in here. The last time I did this, they went everywhere. Okay, so you don't need very many, and let's face it, we need a couple to eat while we're crafting. But then the lid goes on, and they had a different color lid. I think they had white and black, and I went ahead and got black. So they're perfect. A little bit of candy fits in that. So then let's get to decorating this. So I just have a piece of Whisper White cardstock right here, and then I have my little lamb, my Happy Easter. So the first time I did this, I tried cutting the circle first and then stamping in the circle. That didn't work, you guys. I'll tell you why. That's why I'm here, to tell you why. Because I don't like wood mount stamps. I don't stamp well with wood mount stamps. So I couldn't get it centered. So my fix for that is to go ahead and stamp first, and then I'm going to run this through my Big Shot, and I'm going to center this. Now you could use, there's a couple different framelits that will work. This smaller one will probably work. Let's go ahead and do this one. So I'm just going to center this and run it through my Big Shot. Okay. It's done, just like that. So super simple, okay? So I'll set that aside, and then we'll go ahead and bring over these two cards. So there's this floral one right here, which I love. You guys know this, I've used this floral one quite a few times, but it's gonna go perfect right on this card. You could trim it down a little bit if you wanted, but I think that I'm just going to use some foam and pop this circle up. The little guy can go right there in the middle, which is super simple. This image is a really great image. You're not going to feel like you have to color a lot of it or really do a lot to it, which I love. You guys know that I'll take my Wink of Stella brush, which this is a brand new brush, so it has a lot of glitter. In fact, I'll have to wipe some of that up because that's a lot. These kind of calm down after you use them a little bit. Right when they're brand new, they have a lot of glitter to them, but that's okay. They wipe off a little bit. So I'm just adding glitter to all the flowers around. It's okay, it does calm down, but you can see it's got some shimmer on it now. And then of course, I will go ahead and put some rhinestones on here in just a moment. So next I have this piece, and I want to go ahead and layer this piece right over the circle, or we could even layer it down here. Either way, it's going to be cute. So I want to stamp on this, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp Happy Easter. And this is just the other part that I cut from this stamp right here. So let's go ahead and stamp this. And I'm going to try to just get that right centered. And that's not too bad, actually. I'm pretty happy with that. So now we can layer this, and we can layer it right over the lamb, or we can layer it down here. I think I'm just going to have it hanging off a little bit. So I'll just use snail. There's no reason to do anything fancy to this. So next we can do a couple rhinestones here. Okay, so now I have this piece right here, right? So the only other thing we need to do is just grab our hole punch. I have the largest one here from Stampin' Up, and we're gonna put a hole in the corner, just like that. And then let's do the candy part. So I'm gonna zoom out a tiny bit so we can see this. And these are great because all we're gonna do is take this and wrap it right around this glass, and then these two pieces overlap. So all you have to do is hold that, run some snail right over that, and then this piece is gonna go right over that seam. So that's where the ribbon's gonna come in. I'm gonna cut a piece of this ribbon pretty long, and then we're going to pinch it together. So both ends are going to go through the hole first. Okay, so now that both of the pieces are through, we're going to take this loop and we're going to pull it through. So now you have this in the corner like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this around. We're going to bring it back around. So real tight on the back, and then bring that back around, and then we're going to tie it. That first tie that we do is going to slip right underneath that corner. So that corner is going to pop out right here, and that tied piece is going to go right behind the corner. Then we can tie a bow. Now the reason I love this ribbon so much is because it is really easy to fluff up and make really pretty. I'm not good at bows, you guys, and this ribbon makes it really easy. It gives it a lot of fluff. So then we'll just trim this piece just like that. And then you have a little Easter gift, right? Just like this. So super cute, so easy. You could do it for a teacher's gift. I think I'll be giving some of these to the ladies in the office. This is the very first one I did. This is with the larger circle, and then I trimmed this 3x4 card down, this striped card. I just went ahead and trimmed it down a little bit so the circle would hang over it, but it's the same concept. And the great thing is that this ribbon is going to twist and turn because we didn't attach the ribbon to this, so you can kind of make these tags, place them wherever you want. So the other great thing to do with these would be to use this glitter tape. So this glitter tape is a celebration item. Anytime you spend $50, you get to pick out a free item, and one of the items is this really great glitter tape. And one of the really great things, look what I just did. Cut that with my ribbon scissors. This glitter tape is perfect on glass. So this, and it kind of stretches a little bit. So sometimes, you know, when you're putting something around a circle, it can be hard to line it up if it's real stiff, or sometimes ribbon can be a little bit difficult. But this is going to be perfect because it stretches a little bit, and so you can see that it lines up perfectly. So you could do tons of these different, you could line them all up, do stripes on them. These would even be great to punch out if you have little tiny punches. Let me grab my star punch. Well, I grabbed these two. So this is a circle, and then this is a flower. Let's see if the flower will fit. So it does. It sticks because it's glitter, you know, so you got to take your X-Acto knife. It has adhesive on it. But how cute is this? Oh my gosh, I'm loving it. I'm going to do this, I think, in gold, with gold flowers, and then I'll show you guys how it turns out. All right, guys, look how cute this came out. The candy is coming out really a weird color. It's like a light pastel green. I wish I had some really dark green candy, but you can see that I just punched out these gold, these from this punch, and it almost looks like a 4-leaf clover. And I thought it would be so cute to make a St. Patrick's Day card to go along with this, and then give it to the gals at the bank. So on Thursday, come back and you're gonna see how I pair this with a St. Patrick's Day card, and it'll be going to the ladies in the bank. But this tape punched out so perfect. So hopefully you guys can see that. In my photo at the very end, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. And then on Thursday, when I make that card, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. But these are the Easter ones that I made with the Project Life cards, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing these. These came out really great with all that bright candy in it. And then you could write on the back, you know, to and from, or you could just leave it. These are really great to give out to teachers. I was thinking as teacher gifts, these would be really great for when I do Easter. I'll be doing Easter items for the kids this month. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and checking out this project. You can see a supply list over on my website by just clicking right up here or in the YouTube description. Take you right over there. You can see photos and pin it to Pinterest, and then you can also pick up any of these items in my online store. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll be back Thursday to share with you a card to go with this little guy. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and checking out my video. This video was a little bit longer than my normal videos. Sorry about that, guys. I was really chatty. I have two other videos for you guys here today. I have the Love is in the Air card, and I used the Rose Wonder stamp set for that. And then I have my January paper pumpkin kit, which I made a really cute Valentine's Day type banner. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I'll be back on Thursday. Have a wonderful day.